Nations Morocco 2026 with WAFCON, and Tanzania's Twiga Stars will be through to the last eight at the earliest time of asking. There they are in action.
We're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs cleaned and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
What experience? Casa de Apuestas. Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
They told me it was too hard. They told me I'd never make it. They said I should let the boys play. They said everyone would laugh at me. So when they say it's not real football, I don't listen. And I shoot.
Lots of support for Burkina Faso in the stands. And that's scenery for Tanzania, whose national anthem will now proudly play out. So the formalities are over, and now it is time to see that Tanzania take one of the two places from Group B in the quarterfinals. And I'm not sure too many of the most fervent Twiga Stars fans would have been expecting that so early in the competition, if at all. Burkina Faso, 5 changes for the side that lost against Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast on match day 1. One of them enforced, Nina Dabilgu coming in to goal after Burkina Faso's number 1 was sent off in the opening game. Alziatu Wedrorogo doing so. Others coming into the side, Stephanie So in defence. Jarilato Zongo up top alongside Rasmata Sawadogo, and Juliet Nana also comes in. The referee today, Yassine Samassa. As we see the skippers Balkisa Sawadogo and Oba Clement. Lalu Benbraham from Algeria, and Hagag Ibrahim of Egypt in the VAR room. As for Tanzania, just the one change for them made by coach Bakary Shime. Hasnaf Ubamba, who got the winner, the famous goal to secure Tanzania's first ever victory at a WAFCON late on against South Africa. Well, she comes into the side at the expense of Asha Rashid Langba. So one forward for another. As you can see, 2 players on a yellow card. Burkina Faso also have 2 players on a yellow card, only one of whom starts, Ramba Madina. Oh, what a prospect this is for Tanzania. They have been building and targeting this competition as the time to shine. And if they get to the quarterfinals, well, they will be 1 victory away from reaching the Women's World Cup, which would be a remarkable feat for Tanzania. The men's team has never done it. Is this a step along the road to history for the women's? There is Ubamba. We are underway. Tanzania kicking us off, laying in blue shirts, black shorts and blue socks from right to left, and Burkina Faso in the white shirts with the red and green trim from left to right. Well, a reminder that Tanzania started this WAFCON campaign with the most famous result in their history when seeing off 2022 African champions South Africa, as Burkina Faso come forward early on. This could be a promising break. And smothered and snuffed out by Anastasia Katunzi, but not for long, and that'll be a free kick. There goes Burkina Faso's way over on the far side. Issa Babon, and in charge of the Burkinabe. Confident in his players. Babone, just as his Tanzanian counterpart, Shime is as well. swung in deep and headed away by Julissa Singano. And the attempted pass to the skipper, Clement, cut out. While Tanzania were performing heroics, Burkina Faso were finding life a little bit tougher. Against admittedly a very strong Ivorian side who've been impressing so far in the tournament. The Lady Elephants with 6 goals from their 2 games so far, 4 of which came against the Burkina Faso on Monday. While Tanzania were celebrating their first ever victory that same day, well, Burkina Faso are looking for their first. These two sides very similar in terms of their experiences. Clement is in behind, it can open the scoring, but she can't because she's blazed it over. Well, Tanzania in behind. And one of the players there that wanted it to fall to is the 25-year-old skipper. Nice run, and ball over the top. And that seemed to be the hard part done. Decent power. Just an inability to keep it down. Well, I was saying that these two sides are pretty similar backgrounds. This is just the second appearance in the tournament for Burkina Faso. Their first was in 2022. And they managed to pick up their very first point of the campaign against Uganda, East African, so that might give them a little bit of encouragement ahead of tonight. And as for Tanzania, just their third appearance, so marginally superior to the Lady Stallions. Their first in 2010. Most recent, last time out, the 2024 edition played in 2025, of course. Alicia Minja. That's left-hand side. The Twiga Stars manages to get across it, headed away. As Mata Sawadogo just touching it back so that Burkina Faso could clear their lines. Yeah, that's Sewa. Clement in behind again. She needed stopping, and the movement is already causing problems. She's the poster girl of the team, Clement. Managed to find the back of the net against South Africa at the last WAFCON. Tournament that Tanzania very much looking to build on that. Only point that any AFCON came for the first time against bizarrely South Africa last year. And now they're really victorious come against Banyana as well, which doesn't make huge amounts of sense given the heavyweight status of Banyana on the continent, but they clearly enjoy playing against them. Nicely broken up in midfield and looking for Clement again. Bit of space on this right-hand side for Balkisa Sawadogo. She had room to deliver the cross, which she did, but not too much on it. Well, the Burkina Faso band are in good voice, in inverted commas, as the trumpets sound out, and both plastic and regular. Providing a nice backdrop to this game, the second of the day, as said, in Group B after Ivory Coast and South Africa. The offside flag is up. Gain a point, South Africa's first of the campaign. Katunzi. Nunca. Just trod on the ball, Aisha Nunca, and that allowed Burkina Faso to take possession, and they've got a few players over in the middle of the park. That's where they go to now, and on the left-hand side as well. Well, the pass surely needed to come. It didn't, because there was a player over. Alicia Minja. Looking for Clement. Turns, goes down under the pressure. It's her side. A free kick in a very useful position. Full of running already, Clement. Nabil Group. You might be able to hear her voice in the way in which she is barking at her defenders. A big night for the 30-year-old plays her club football with ASEC Mimosas as she faces this from Minja. It's well enough, but unable to keep it down. The 29-year-old who plays her football back home with JKT Queens. And has to 4 in the lineup tonight. Abbas Katunzi, as well as Esther Maseke. Long, headed away twice by the Tanzanians, and that will be the first corner of the game for Burkina Faso. Judith Singano getting the first contact. They were undone by set pieces against Ivory Coast the other night. 3 of the Lady Elephants' 4 goals coming via that route. Burkina Faso finally use a set piece to their own advantage. Balkisa with the outswinger, and it's met. Not the contact wanted. Space on the left-hand side, and it's coming forward as well. It's run all the way through to Balkisa. Mata Belem lost out, and Tanzania will look to play with Clement. And she's got company inside her if she can find her, and has that. Ubamba. Nicely played. Ghana will wait. As far as Minja. Space now. Well, she had a lot of it and she didn't use it particularly well. I'm disappointed with that. Well, Kisa plays her football in Saudi Arabia with Yarmouk. A lot of time. Sigano. Good harrying on the Lady Stallions, and good force to run as well. This is from Adele Cabaret Naomi. Good approach play from the Lady Stallions. A striker goal, well, hit well enough by Uwaba Judicial. Take some strike from that sort of distance to go in, but carried all the way. There is the strike from Judicial, who plays club football in Tanzania. Tauzi. So she will have a very good level of insight about many of the players she is facing. Five of the starting lineup play their club football at home in Tanzania. 6 up overseas. So Tanzania throw it. To the byline, in goes the cross and needed to be turned behind, and it was. Mincha will take the delivery, the likes of Clement in there. 4 Tanzanian players in and around the 6-yard box, including Nunca as well. And then a couple on the goal line in good measure. Katunzi goes up to join them. What's the delivery line from Minja? Going to get another chance. Really good ball in, and the opportunity unable to be taken. That was a searching delivery from Minja. And a very presentable opportunity as well. There you go. Esther Maseke. The ones who just couldn't get her angles right, but that was a glorious opportunity for Twiga Stars to open the scoring. Another player down this time is Balkisa. The Burkina Faso skipper. So it's going off a little gingerly. We're back underway, but Balkisa's going to have to wait a minute or so to come back on as new regulations. Balkisa manages to win that. Promising, driving forward. Did she get the strike away? Well, she played it into the middle, and it just couldn't be turned in. A real sense of purpose from Balkisa. And it was Adama Congo who she found. Congo who scored Burkina Faso's consolation against the Ivory as well. That's the player you'd have wanted it to go to, because Adama Congo was not only the first Burkina Faso to ever score at a WAFCON against Uganda last year. She then, against the Ivorians, became the first one to score at 2 different WAFCON tournaments. Shooting skills or ability to react just not quite where she had wanted them to be. Very even. Opening 20 minutes or so, the best chance undoubtedly. Esther Maseke's had it just moments ago after that really good cross into her from Minja. Now Balkisa showing us what she's about. Time the throwing goes Tanzania's way. Tanzania are back-to-back WAFCONs for the first time in their history. Don't get too many goals for the Twiga Stars. They've played 7 games in tournament history and mustered 7 goals in that time. And their goals against record is equally similar and easy to crunch the numbers on. So goal per game going one way, and unfortunately for Tanzania, it's 2 goals on average they concede. Conceding 4 against Ghana last time around, didn't help more. 3 against Nigeria in their first tournament back in 2010. They've got another corner which Minja will trudge over from the left-hand side of midfield to take. once again, the Tanzanian players crowding around Dabilgu in the Burkina goal. And Springer again, up she goes, Clement. Just couldn't get a firm enough contact on it. Congo looking for Balkisa. Look, the player felled. Tanzania get on with it. Violet Nicolaus. Switch it across the back. Broken up by the Burkina. Driving forward on the left-hand side and showing really good purpose as well as Adel Naomi. Well, it is a shot on target. It is not the most powerful one. Gisayel over her. Clement picks it up. Tanzania looking for Nuka. Nuka goes down. Just clipped her opposite number and fell. And that caused pretty much all the Burkina Faso fans that I can see in the Larbi Zaouli stadium to rise up and protest. And let's have a look at this. Medina. He's just running towards the ball and clattered it into from behind. Look at that. First of all, Nuka. She may argue with her left arm, put her off, but very, very little in that. Well, they're switching it up on this occasion. Katunzi will be the delivery she was after. Tunzi again. Solid challenge coming in from Stephanie So. With the throw in. Nice back heel. The cheers of the Burkina Faso fans, and then Burkina Faso, well, they can break it. That's really well played by Pelé. And they're on their way, and they've got options as well. Nicely played into Razmata. Razmata just not getting the pass right to Twayman. Far too close to the Tanzanian. And there she is again. Razmata. That's better. Judicial. And again, that final pass from well, that was unnecessary from Adana Congo, the back heel. Just want to get the passes going before you bring out the party tricks. For Clement. Going left to Zongo on that far side. driving man again down that left-hand side. Delivery, not what she wanted, but there's some promise on the left flank for Burkina Faso. Space to her right. It is not to use it. Ubamba looking in the middle. That's a really good cross in, and Clement meets it and converts it and gives Tanzania the lead in a game which, if they win, they will reach the quarterfinals of the WAFCON for the first time in their history. And she took it really well. And Ubamba, who got the famous winner against South Africa, has now teed up her colleague for possibly an equally famous goal. We shall see. But a moment of quality from the Twiga Stars. Player down, as you can see, in the Burkina Faso area. Will take nothing away from the move for Tanzania. Kutunzi into Ubamba. A really good delivery by they find themselves ahead again. Very well run from Ubamba, and look at that delivery. Was it Clement or was it an own goal? Let's have a look. There was Clement's head that got the contact, and then it took a little touch off that Burkina player on its way in. As you can see off the top of her head, I don't think there was any doubts that was already buried by Clement. The only thing a little bit confusing is the fact that the Burkina Faso player ducked, and she needed to rise. So to clear that away, basically opened a gap for Clement to head home. Well, this is troubling. You never want to see a stretch on the pitch, especially when the player is not moving. A lot of people crowding around, and maybe why she said give it a little bit of space, but well, this will be cause for concern for Isu Balboni. As you can see, there is a check for disallowed goal. They are checking the goal effectively. But what would be the question? Clement surely is fully entitled to go for that. Is it the fact that it's her elbow that is hitting the back of the player's head? So, obviously, caused the injury. Tanzania may well find that this goal may not stand as a result of that. She certainly ducked, and that made it a little bit harder for Clement not to get around where it ended up. We shall see. All eyes on Yassine Samassa. She's ruled it out for the challenge. And she's given a yellow card as well to Clement. Well, from 0 to 0, she must be feeling. She looks fairly confused as well. You can see why they ruled it out, but equally it's tough on Tanzania. So we go back to 0-0. Free kick goes Tanzania's way. Medina with the infringement. Rwanda, Medina. There's a football in Turkey with Trabzonspor. More and more players from Burkina Faso taking their abilities out of the country. In 2022, all but 2 of the squad based at home. This time, there were 10 overseas players as Clement goes in again. And again, the whistle blows in Burkina Faso's favour. Well, she is the centre forward, Clement, and you've got to put yourself about and challenge for these deliveries, which is exactly what she's doing. She's incurring the wrath and the whistle. The Mauritanian referee, she does so. Well, 2 players now down. Clement and Zaouli. Chance to appreciate the trumpets of Burkina Faso and their supporters. It's good to see both players are now back up as you see again the reason for the disallowed Twiga Stars goal. With the clearance from the Tanzania goal. This time the free kick goes Burkina Faso's way. Plenty of stoppages. Plenty of hold-ups and 13 fouls in all. Now Burkina Faso with 7 of them, Tanzania 6. Swung in by Belen. Not too much on it. On Abbas. Yet to be called into any save of note. Second. Katunzi. Tunzi again. He's got Nekia, Lunyamila to her right hand side, and here is Lunyamila. It's their football in Mexico. Minja. And just to shake one into Clement. Burkina Faso now. And again, winning the free kick, Singano. Conceding the foul. Well, Tanzania don't lead it too many games at the WAFCON. They would have really enjoyed having the advantage. So they've got to go again. Ubamba. Clement. Just forcing a little bit wide. Almost a delightful touch, but she still managed to get it and come forward. Adele Noemi. And still she goes. And then just muscled off it. Good defending from Singano, but they've given it away despite their efforts to win it back. And a second. We will not be able to keep that in.
They can give me that thing they give you your hand. You don't need it. What's that? Did you put your skin? Blood come out.
Yes.
Well, this is the 5th time that Tanzania will be facing West African opposition at the WAFCON. Having met Mali twice, Ghana and Nigeria once. All those encounters in the group stage, funny enough, given they've never made it to the knockouts. And they've lost all 4 of them. Belen. A shot at distance again from Judiciel. She's run a corner. And she is shooting from what? 35, possibly even 40 yards at times. Interesting to see what happens if she gets a little bit closer to goal. Now Kisa just wants to get going. She set up Emma Congo's goal against the Ivorians. Almost did again earlier. And she gives their side the quality to allow the Lady Stallions to take the lead. Better fighted ball in, comes all the way through it. Songo falls backwards and another strike from distance. And again, Abbas untroubled. And returns it in a goal. Plenty of space, enough space at times in this game, but I'm able to use some of those players. Now Kisa. That's a better ball in. And the corner is saved, and look at that, coolly passing it out from the back. Clement. Space to her right hand side, which she uses. Kutunzi. Yamila overlapping. Sporting from Kutunzi, just trying to check and see that Juliet Nana That's okay. Let's properly get up to Nama. They're based in Turkey. There's Burkina Faso's famous witch doctor supporter. Goes to the men's AFCONs as well as the women's. Although not as many clearly for the women's as for the men. Matter. Now Kisa, well that's followed kindly. Can they open the scoring here? They can! Burkina Faso! They've done it! Look at that! And look at the scenes of delight and celebration as well! They have never led at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Burkina Faso. They have never won a game. And now they find themselves a goal to the good. And there is the band I was talking about earlier. And the drums will beat louder, and the trumpets make even more noise. Took it really, really well. And then celebrated in style as well. Adele Cabaret. Naomi, look at that. Just enough on it to lift it over Abbas. Just soft enough as well to make sure that it dipped in under the crossbar. What a moment. She top scored in qualifying. Adele, Naomi Cabaret. She got 4. As Razmata goes into the book. Oh, what about this? Yeah, cool, as you can see. Mbamba trying to get the shot away, and instead it's Burkina Faso who stretch away. 5 minutes of additional time there will be. Good challenge by Singano. Good ground she's making as well. Well, she's being pulled back by the ref. Naomi Cabaret again. Razmata. Zongo. Medina. So. Kisa, well, you can see the confidence beginning to flow. Here is Balkisa. It's a nice looking ball into the middle. Well headed away by Singano. They have steadily grown into this game. Burkina Faso obviously helped by the decision to disallow Tanzania's opening goal, or so they thought. They've won a free kick as well. Here is Burkina Faso goal again. Very nicely taken indeed. The first touch really helped her. Inadvertently fell into her path after the Tanzanian couldn't fully clear. That's Mata. Can they make it two? They can't, because at the second attempt, Abbas gets down. To deny Balkisa. Nana. Good challenge coming here from Kitunzi. Zongo tries to keep the momentum going forward, unable to do so. Cabaret's goal again. Minja, as we approach the last minute of the additional 5. Clement. So I thought she had picked it up instead. So they're penalised. Looking for Soa. Nunca. Ribamba charging forward. Nana. Gets it back from Balkisa. Judicea. And warm applause from the Burkinabe, both on the pitch and in the stands, as the half-time whistle blows. And the Lady Stallions, quite possibly on the verge of history. They have never won a game, as said, at the WAFCON before, but thanks to the strike by Adel, Naomi Cabaret, shortly before half-time, they go in, a goal to the good, undoubtedly helped by Opa Clement's header being disallowed for a foul on Stephanie So. A really interesting 45 minutes coming up at half-time in Casablanca. Pass that back. I bet you can't do that again.
Being your best is a daily commitment. Many dream about it, but only a few walk towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Before we launch into the action,
Don't forget to watch the educate tour.
more Masters history. It's the heart, the mentality, no limits, absolute madness.
It's the story of the tennis season.
Catch the WTA live on SuperSport.
So get ready. You're about to witness greatness, not just greatness, but the greatest.
Welcome to the round.
Truly phenomenal. Simply extraordinary. Have you ever seen anything
pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
The never-ending twerk, only on your World of Champions.
Supersport amplifies the action this August as the ATM 8 returns to raise the local stakes.
It is a superb goal. Wonderful football.
Europe's finest battle for early season silverware. Cardiff hosts another classic showdown.
Extraordinary.
The grueling race for Reds sweeps across Spain.
Vingegaard starts his assault.
Rugby's giants kick off their hotly anticipated contest. And the Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness. All this and so much more, only on your World of Champions.
Welcome to the Apple.
Truly phenomenal. That was simply extraordinary. Have you ever seen anything like it?
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
The never-ending twerk, only on your World of Champions.
These are the stories the scoreboard doesn't show. The moments between the moments, the pressure and the play. The drama that turns results into journeys and series into sagas.
But then everything changed.
Nothing can do that.
You saw the moment. This is everything that made it possible.
Everybody should believe. That's what makes us grow and push again.
Features on Supersport. A selection of sport's greatest stories told through a new lens.
Good evening and welcome to Casablanca, Morocco. More precisely at the Moulay Rashid Stadium for this Group B encounter, the 2026 CAF Women's Cup, Africa Cup of Nations. On ball, but easily a wall that was close to target. A huge error by the defender. Thank God the goalkeeper was there. By the Tanzanians launching the counter attack, and it's the first goal for Tanzania by Msewa Lucas Guyana, 37 against the run of play. Tanzania take the lead. Eyes across here, serious danger, and another opportunity, good save by Idrissa Abbas. Many opportunities for the South Africans this half couldn't be transformed into goals. And there comes the header. Equalizer for South Africa by Mbani Nulufin Bambanani Nulufin Mbani. Equalizer for South Africa. Nice opportunity here probably for number 17. The header then of the net, and that was probably the first clear opportunity for Tanzania in this beginning of the second half. Has not turned. Really well saved by the goalkeeper. I was so close. Very good opportunity from Hasna. Well saved by Andeli Larbi. Has been doing really well. Long ball from the Tanzanians, and it's out. Was a nice opportunity for Tanzania by number 7 Opta Chikumbuki with the header. South African supporters trying to still encourage their players, and was a nice opportunity, but not really well transformed. And another substitution here. Nice opportunity here for the Tanzanians, and it's the second goal. Really well transformed by number 3, Linus Ubamba Hasnachta, who scores the second goal for Tanzania, making it a huge surprise in this opening match of the Group B. In the replay here, Hasnat, nice movement and a good strike which couldn't be saved by the goalkeeper. And it's the second goal for Tanzania. That was close to the equalizer. It's well defended, but again, they're trying to look for the cross. And the final whistle goes, and Tanzania secure 3 valuable points after a disciplined and professional performance. First 3 points for Tanzania. Big surprise of this tournament, of this opening game of Group B in the group stage.
Ready to launch? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I bet you can't do that again.
Being your best is a daily commitment. Many dream about it, but only few walk towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Broadcast proudly brought to you by Batika, home of champions, and Heineken. Fans have more friends. Supersport amplifies the action this August as the MTN8 returns to raise the local stakes.
It's a superb goal. Wonderful football.
Europe's finest battle for early season silverware. Cardiff hosts another classic showdown.
Extraordinary.
The grueling race for Reds sweeps across Spain.
Vingegaard starts his assault.
Rugby's giants kick off their hotly anticipated contest. And the Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness. All this and so much more, only on your World of Champions.
You saw the moment. This is everything that made it possible. These are the stories the scoreboard doesn't show. Features on Supersport, a selection of sport's greatest stories told through a new lens.
Before we launch into the action,
Don't forget to watch the HSP2 on.
More Masters history.
it's the heart, the mentality, no limits, absolute madness.
It's the story of the tennis season.
Catch the WT live on Supersport.
So get ready. You're about to witness greatness, not just greatness, but the greatest. Greatest, greatest, greatest.
Welcome to the Big Apple.
Truly truly phenomenal. That was simply extraordinary. Have you ever seen anything like it?
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
Never-ending twerk. Only on your World of Champions.
Welcome to the game.
Truly phenomenal. That was simply extraordinary. Have you ever seen anything like it?
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
The never-ending twerk. Only on your World of Champions.
Yes, this thing can break. Let's see the explosion in slow mo.
So Tanzania being put through their warm-up as the teams get set for this second half. And at one point in the opening period, it looked as if it was going to be Tanzania approaching history. Now, that line is with the Burkina courtesy of the goal just 2 minutes before the break. Clement strike earlier in the half, ruled out. She got a yellow card as well for her challenge on so. Nassim Samassa just waiting to get us back underway. To which we are. No changes from either side. And at present, Group B is a table that is looking very congested. Because as it stands, Ivory Coast to the top of the pile with 4 points. Tanzania have 3. So do Burkina Faso. And bottom of the log, South Africa. Would you imagine it with just the 1 point? If the result stays like this, it does mean that every team in the group would have won, apart from the only side that has actually lifted the trophy. Banyana, of course. Zongo. Careless in the middle of the park from Razmata. Zongo showing good strength. It's in the Greens player. About that. Singano. And on to Minja.
Right, please.
And she floated in. Good delivery from Minja. And 3 Tanzanian players in there. Decent goalkeeping as well from Nina Dabilgu. Based in pretty well Ivory Coast with Ate Mimosas, so she knew about them on match day 1. Well, that's not fully cleared, but now it can be. Katunzi. Tanzania on the charge, and Mugamba certainly got on her bike, but delivery from Soa. Unable to make it through the Burkina central defence. Congo, really nicely done. Cut back. Congo with the effort, and then the save coming in from Abbas. And scrambled away. Well, that says it all, the puff of the cheeks. And how close that was to Burkina Faso possibly getting a second. Really good run down the right-hand side. And the ball came in, pushed away. Congo with the header. Zongo. There is Congo. Plays their football at home with RCB. The Zongo. Broken up, and heavy touch from her. She'll do well to keep that in. Nicely played, and then brought down the good driving run. And again making good ground on that far side, Naomi Cabaret. She's taking a risk by playing it across her area. So Yamila. Space inside if she just plays the square. Chose not to. Burkina Faso can come forward. Keep the say out. Congo. Nudged off it. Yeah, nice idea as well. And the delivery from Mugamba. Or not Mugamba, not sure it was. Nabilgu. Not the first time she's been down in the game. Mugamba, less than impressed, let's say.
Good morning, sir. What's going on? To continue on this road.
You can see exactly why Nabilgu is down on the floor. Breaking of the inside of her calf and ankle. And that will certainly be painful. And I wonder, there might be a review here. Certainly worthy a yellow card. The question is, does Yassine Samassa and possibly the VAR crew think it's worth more? We'll see shortly. We'll find out shortly. Thankfully, seemingly okay to continue. Just advising the players to wait. She has already been to the VAR screen once and she is heading there again. And this could well spell trouble for Tanzania. There can be no doubt that Ubamba rakes the inside leg of the Bilgu, the Burkina goalkeeper. Mistimed rather than malicious, I think we can say. It was just very high up. The calf is not going to count in her favour. Possibly trying to take her foot away early when she had felt the contact with the goalkeeper, but that's a very minimal factor. The question is that worth a red card? And it's a tricky decision. So you see Samassa to make. She is taking a long look at having detailed conversation with the VAR team as well in Mauritania. So here we go. This is the decision. A great deal could hinge on it. And I think that, as said, Tanzania are going to be down to 10 women because Ubamba has been sent off and she cannot believe it. Looks forlorn. I was talking earlier about Clement going from hero to zero when her goal was disallowed and she received a yellow card. Well, Ubamba, who got the winner against South Africa on match day 1, has been sent off on match day 2. It means that she will miss match day 3 when Tanzania take on Ivory Coast on Tuesday. And if Tanzania don't make it out of the group stage, then that might be the end of her WAFCON 2026 campaign. Plays her football in Spain with Madrid not linked to Real. And she will be desperately hoping that her team can salvage something from this game. It was meant to be an evening where Tanzania touching history. Instead, they will be a night where things just get away from them, because that's going to give the Lady Stallions even more confidence. And here comes Larbi Cabaret, Zongo. Harmlessly behind for a goal kick, but Burkina Faso in their 5th WAFCON game are never going to have a better chance of winning it. When they first played in 2022, well, it was a real baptism of fire taking on the host nation Morocco in a packed stadium in Rabat, and they did very well just to go down by a goal to 0. Then they met Senegal, same scoreline against them. They saw very encouraging 2-2 draw against Uganda to see the end of that 2022 campaign. This one, well, as I said already, heavily beaten by the Ivorians. But here they are with the opportunity to register a landmark win. Their coach, Mr. Balboni, has talked about how he hopes to lift the trophy itself when the final comes around on Sunday the 16th of August. He says that that is the image that he has of success of this tournament. And while that may be a distant dream, As the referee stops Tanzania again. Is possibly more measured commenter about the fact that there is increased hope, increased confidence in the Burkina Faso camp. Very much with the platform having been laid 4 years ago in their maiden competition. There's another yellow card. It's going to be coming out. Violet. Clement on a yellow. And going back to Valverde, well, the increased hope and the increased confidence. And he was focusing on Burkina Faso moving beyond their underdog label and showing they can compete with higher ranked opposition. It's certainly not an overnight success. We have seen some teams of this tournament certainly have built and moved on from their displays. Only as recently as 12 months ago, thinking of Algeria, who were very defensively minded. And they returned to the competition after a while out in 2025, and then well, they seem to have become far more of a cohesive unit. The Algerians, they were very defensive with nothing up top, but as we saw against Morocco last night, they got a more rounded game. Free-flowing football in the middle of the park. And you can just see the improvements, and it's the whole point of expanding the competition. Increasing the prize money as well. Getting more and more women on the continent playing football. And hopefully, of course, translating improved football in Africa. Taking that to the Women's World Cup itself.
Please forgive me. I swear I tried to stop them. Please give me a chance. Boss, please forgive me.
A lovely drop of the shoulder from her.
Please.
Sarah. And still Sarah. Tunzi. Oh, she shanked that. With a 30-year-old, and she will trudge back. So it seems 3 at the back, and Tunzi just screening. Or 4 at the back, I should say. Tunzi screening. And their wings have been firmly clipped without Ubamba. A lot of very good movements as well as numerical quality. Sagano trying to say that should be a corner to Burkina Faso. As the Lady Stallions at bench and looks on with real interest. They're coming off the back of their heaviest defeat at the finals against the Ivorians. Now they could be for their first ever win. So I can touch from Abbas just to push it away. That's nice. The turn was. Cross in, not so good from Medina. Clement, nice touch there. Dunker. Spotting the run. Tanzania and 10 women get the free kick, and this will be another booking as well. Jude Zaouli.
Look at this mess. Why did you let this happen? I trusted you. I was depending on you to keep 4 weak idiots in chains. Listen up.
For that challenge. Silla. To Burkina. Now on a yellow cross matter. Number 10 yellow. Ninja standing over it. So to Soa, who opened the scoring against South Africa on Monday. Well, she leaves it. And upstairs, Ninja against the woodwork, and they've turned in by 10 women Tanzania. They've drawn level. Oh, what a moment for them. And what a moment for Aisha Nunca, 21 years of age. A glorious free kick flighted against the upright. Dabilgu just couldn't really do enough to push it away. And the rebound fell so invitingly for the Simba Queens player. And Tanzania, well, who would have thought it? They are level. Look at that, attacked it really well. Dabilgu got fingertips to the free kick. But she just needed a heavier contact. Really, really impressive set piece. She can count herself unlucky, Dabilgu. Luca certainly won't be thinking that. Burkina Faso, well, they will be wondering to themselves how. But let's give respect to the quality of the free kick of the 29-year-old Ninja. Well, you would think the set pieces are their best way in. Tanzania, given the numbers on the field. So an absorbing final half hour in store. 3 points would be huge for either side. Suddenly the table changes again. The Ivorians and Tanzania on 4 points. Burkina Faso and South Africa on apiece. Belen. Clever. And still the Ivar player showing good tenacity. Ivar in Spain, of course. Well, Clement talking in the run up to this game in the tournament, talking about how Tanzania had shed off the rawness that she felt was there when this current generation experienced the tournament for the first time last year. More settled, as said now, more experienced as well. Her belief is that they can very much build. Can they do enough to find a second goal, which would really be a phenomenal achievement? Those who joined us late, Burkina Faso opened the scoring 2 minutes before the half-time break, and then Asnaf Ubamba was sent off early on in this second period. Nonetheless, Tanzania just drawn a level. What will that do for their confidence? Burkina Faso is obviously bolstered by the fact they're playing against 10. They need to make the most of it. Razmata. Naomi Cabaret going on ahead of her. Nana. Still Nana. Just runs into traffic. Nice cross in. Sagano dealt with it. Sewa. Nice Mate, nicely forward, but just sticking to the Burkina goal scorer. Fairly industrial challenge from Luca. And Balkisa. They're going to make a change. And it's Minja who's his free kick just made to the equaliser. He's going to make way for Diana Nally. Teenage defender with younger Princess. They are only playing with the 10, so decision to solidify defence a little bit more understandable from Akari Shime. He's been involved, the Tanzania coach with the women's game in his homeland for many a year. And he said that it was 2019 that they started building their development path, making sure that there was a route for those in the under-17s to go up into the under-20s and then into the seniors. It's not exactly new or rocket science, but it just hadn't been done in Tanzania before. And the fact that it was put in place by the Tanzania Football Federation has really helped the women's game. So much so that Chile is targeting a place at the Women's World Cup next year. That is the stated goal. Ambitious, certainly, but always good to have such targets. They're close, and even that may well be an improvement on what has come before. Here's Kutunzi lining up a strike. He benefited a lot from different tournaments, he was saying, playing in the CASAFA Under-17, the CASAFA Senior Championship, those are the regional tournaments in the southern part of Africa. Tanzania also playing at the Futsal Women's World Cup. All these major tournaments have continued to give us exposure, he said, and I think exposure is absolutely the key word. So Nally, fresh legs, but straight into trouble. Singano is still down on the floor. Burkina Faso play on. Holding her head. No indication the player's going to stop it. I wonder if this is just going to go into touch. It is. Which means that Judith Singano can get treatment. The defender based in Saudi Arabia with Al Nasser. You see the body check that just came our way. So Congo. Changes with the Lady Stallions. Melody Guga, the midfielder, is on. So to Mira Deborah, 17 years of age. Players making way. As Mata on a yellow, of course. Nana as well. Just surrounded by a host of Burkina Faso players. That's what comes, of course, if you're isolated and playing with 10. And eventually, one challenge too many from Nally. And the Italians will have the free kick. Wasted, especially with numbers forward. Tanzania just getting themselves out of a little bit of trouble. Soa. Options inside. That's well done. Clement. Can't get enough on it from the pass from Katunzi. Belem. Coming into Clement, who is going to argue the fact that he was just coming to get the ball, didn't seemingly do too much. Belem feeling the pain, the 21-year-old, a teammate of Clement at Ibar in Spain. As Tanzania make another change. Violet on a yellow as well is going off. Fatuma Isa Maunyo, 31 years of age, the midfielder with Silver Queens. Maybe finding a player in blue. Adina into the sky. A little push in the back, but she did well. Judisei Alta win the header. And a slip could allow Tanzania in. With a bit of defending from Medina. And forward now, that's a crucial touch from Naomi Cabaret. Player in the middle, if she can find her, she can't. Oh, almost an own goal from Tanzania. How close was that? Riding their luck at the back. And there was a delightful touch for the Burkina Faso scorer. Then looking inside it, it could have gone absolutely anywhere. Look at this. I mean, how much or how little did Singano know about that? Inches wide, inches for making it 2. And with 10 women scoring 2 goals, or another goal back would surely be harder. Good hands there from Abbas. So ever more involved in the game. Cabre picks this up. The substitute alongside Mountio. She can find out lots of space in the middle of the park for Tanzania. Clement giving the outball option. But no one anywhere near her. Now there is help in the middle. Kutunzi. Nally. Sort of delivery, could she put in? Not a bad one. It's a little bit too close to Davilgu. Decent enough. Purchase on the ball. All right, just a touch to take it past the Burkina Faso goalkeeper. And they've been just a little bit further away from that. Tunzi mops up so much of the loose ball deep in midfield for Tanzania. Clement. Well played. Well held up. Oh, what a point this would be for Tanzania if they can indeed hold on it. Sure, Burkina Faso would not be looking at it that way. In April, Burkina Faso reached the final of the girls' category of their CAF Schools Championship in Zimbabwe. Going down very narrowly to neighbours Ghana. Pretty tight fixture in the final, but a lot of the players in this squad saying how they were inspired by the schoolgirls. Charlotte Milogo, one of the squad members, saying if they can do that, why can't we? We are immensely inspired by the girls that reached the final. We are here to compete. Well, victory today is certainly a statement in it. Could possibly come, and they turn it in, and they've taken the lead for a second time. Balkisa with the goal, and the whole team with the celebration. And look at the smiles lighting up the night sky in Casablanca. Oh, how she enjoyed that. Tanzania's resistance broken. And Burkina Faso once again on the verge of her first ever victory. And the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Maunio's ball across fell so invitingly. Look at that. Instantly she looked across the line at the assistant referee to see if she was on. And she certainly was. And her finish was too. Capture that. The shots. And a shot. And a very, very timely goal, just when Burkina Faso might have been wondering what else they needed to do to break through, while the coach will point to the changes that he made. Well, there's going to be a substitution as ever after the goal. We are left to wonder what they might be looking at. The substitution is indeed going to be happening, and it's going to be Faridatu Tanagda forward with Etancel back home, and comes on. Balkisa. the goal scorer, assuming making way. Really good finish from the 27-year-old. She has now 1 assist and 1 goal from her 2 games. So it was Maldio who played it into her. It was actually Deborah whose cross or pass found its way through to Burkina Faso's number 11. What a moment. Now they simply have to hold on. And avoid set pieces, given that 4 of the 5 goals that they've conceded in this tournament so far have come via that route. That is Maldio. Over back for Tanzania. Katunzi. Surrounded by players wide and backs herself to get away from them. You've got to admire the belief in our own ability. She just gets on with it, Katunzi. Yeah, they even asked any of their teammates to come and help her, shouldering responsibility. Be a delight for her coach. Be even happier, of course, if she could find a couple of goals. There she is, Katunzi. Just orchestrating the play from her central midfield position. Sewa into Clement. And again, space on the left if she can work it through, but with the body in the way. No, it does get out there. Nally. Not a space for Nyamila. And then she tries her luck. And Nekia Nyamila. That's the sort of shot that Dabilga will be very happy to see more of. What, 10 minutes or so that we have probably got left. Be a bit of stoppage time with the VAR checks. Substitutions too, of course. Should just say out. Tanakta. Well defended, and that'll be a Tanzanian throw. Well, I said before, if it stays like this, Burkina Faso, hold on. South Africa will be bottom of Group B when the final whistle sounds. Judicial. Also Judicial with her shot. He's going to go for a throw into Tanzania. But despite South Korea potentially popping up the group, they were very clear incentive and know what needs to happen if they're to make it through in the final match day. They certainly have to beat Burkina Faso. They would go above them. If they did, they'll be on 4 points. Burkina Faso would be on 3. And then they would have to hope that Ivory Coast beat Tanzania to keep Tanzania on 3 points so that they could leapfrog them as well. It is not inconceivable. Nunca. I think this is going to be a corner, and it is indeed, to the Twiga Stars. They were thinking about coming forward from the back. Maseke, she was on her way. Instead, she's held back. I mean, surely it's the time to throw caution to the wind. Nunca. Clement. Burkina Faso clear. Katunzi. Dispossessed by Tamagda. Well, there's some tired legs out there, and Congo just trying to wrestle the ball away from Maseke. Manages to do so. Nally, well, these are fresher legs, the two substitutes, and Nally striding forward, looking for Clement, full of running all evening. He does really well there. Good centre forward play. Nally, nice ball into the middle. Up goes Nuka, and Tanzania with an opportunity to equalise. They cannot take it. Well, that was really impressive from the 10 women of Tanzania. Nuka playing it back in. Looking for Lunyamila, but she just couldn't. Get anything on it because Belem was there to mop up. Vital interception from the woman who's taken the captain's armband in the absence of Balkisa. Sort of intervention that is as good as a goal. Katunzi, as Tanzania trying to equalise for a second time. Hacked away. Another free kick goes Tanzania's way. We are in the 90th minute. Nally. Belem. Out to Deborah. Now the cabaret. And then into the middle they go. With Yamila. Sewa. Often unhurried on the ball. And Sewa. Nuka. Nicely done. Katunzi. Just not too far forward in front of Nuka. They are going to be 6 minutes of additional time. And that is what separates Burkina Faso's Lady Stallions from their first ever victory in this tournament. Really Cabaret charging forward onto her left foot, striker goal straight at Abbas. Abbas doesn't waste much time. Katunzi, Clement drops her shoulder, skips away, gets away. And it's 3-on-3. Their numbers in. Right, coming back. Zongo. Very important header tap. But then they're going in Yamila's way. Sewa. Muscled off it. Rira Deborah. Carried up to Tarnagda. Does enough to keep her side in possession. As we see possibly the match-winning goal from Balkisa Sawadogo. Well, this is exactly what Burkina Faso want. The referee has gone to Notebook. She has issued a yellow card to Vinyamila for that challenge on Cabaret. But Tanakda standing over this. Burkina Faso in no hurry whatsoever. Belair plays it forward. Routine on their training ground. Not coming off it. Oh, was that a shot? Was that a cross? Unclear to me either way. The goal kick which Tanzania take quickly. Nali. Lovely touch from Nunca. Good defensive work from So. Halfway through the 6 additional minutes. Clement. Maseke. Bit of space here for Nali. She's put in some good balls since she's come on. Soa. Really good engine she's got. Touches it back to Nali. 3 in the middle. If she can find them. No, she can't. She can only find the top of the netting. Goal kick for Burkina Faso. Chance for a breather as well. Cabaret. She's got the substitute to her left, who's just come on Tanakda. Back it comes into the middle. And Twinsy getting a toe on it. Well, this is last chance saloon, really, for the Twiga Stars. Clement, look at that. She has run all night. I was just thinking she might possibly have run herself out of certainly the next game, possibly the tournament, because it looks as though she might have done her hamstring. The Tanzania skipper, she pulled up. She's limping and not really moving. And that would be a really unfair reward for travails all night. There you go, you can see her. And she's not gone off just yet. Hobbling around. Tanzania effectively down to 9 women, excuse me. With what, a minute to go. I think Clement will be well advised not to chase anything, because she certainly played her part tonight, despite the fact that the other side look as though they are going to end without a point. And they will need her against Ivory Coast on Tuesday in this stadium. Burkina Faso taking on South Africa at the Moulay Rashid. A reminder of those games at 2000 GMT on Tuesday. That's the 4th of August. As all eyes now turn to the Mauritanian referee. Striker goal, whistle pass. Well, that would have wrapped up the 3 points. A third goal. Struck it well. There's no need for it. There's a pitch invasion from the substitutes bench in Burkina Faso, because the Lady Stallions have won a game at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations for the first time ever in their history. It is their second qualification after a first in 2022, where they managed to avoid defeat on one occasion in their final group game against Uganda. But this is very different. They've earned all 3 points. and they have lifted themselves off the bottom of Group B as well to leapfrog none other than 2022 champions South Africa, and to firmly give themselves a fighting chance of making it through to the knockout stage. Who would have thought? Their destiny is in their own hands. A lot of the players running to celebrate with Nina Dabilgu, the Burkinabe goalkeeper. And she continues to get the hugs and applause. It's heartwarming to see.
We're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.